The moment the hotel door clicked behind us, the air thickened, brittle and sharp, like it could fracture with the slightest touch. I stood in my borrowed tuxedo jacket, the heavy Hawaiian night pressing against the sliding glass, watching my brand new wife, married just 14 hours, drag the second queen-sized mattress across the carpet with a groan like an injured animal. "Lena, what are you doing?" My voice was smaller than I intended, soft as if trying not to wake a sleeping child. She didn't look up. "I need space, Caleb. Jet lag, nerves, call it whatever you want." The mattress thudded against the opposite wall. "We'll be fine. Just tonight. Separate." The words sliced the air between us like a scalpel. I had imagined this night countless times. One bed, crisp white sheets, her hair spread across my pillow, the ocean murmuring outside, a quiet celebration of finally being ours. Instead, there were two beds, a carpet canyon, and the scent of synthetic hibiscus from the lobby diffuser. I swallowed my protest. Marriages bend before they break, I told myself. "Okay," I said, the word tasting like rust on my tongue. She vanished into the bathroom. Water ran. The blow dryer hummed. I perched on the edge of my lonely island, untied my shoes, eyes fixed on the safe where tomorrow I would lock away passports and the little velvet box still holding the diamond earrings I hadn't yet given her. When she emerged, she wore an oversized t-shirt of mine from college and avoided my gaze. "Good night, babe." She clicked off the lamp. Darkness swallowed her silhouette. I lay awake, counting ceiling tiles. At 2:17 a.m., her phone glowed, a cold blue rectangle in the gap between us. She angled it away, thumbs moving fast. A soft chime vibrated across the room. I pretended to sleep. My heart tapped frantic Morse code against my ribs. Morning arrived in golden slices through the shutters. Lena was already up, humming, curling her hair. The separate beds looked ridiculous in daylight, absurd as misplaced furniture. "Sleep okay?" she asked, too bright. "Like a rock," I thought. I lied. We ordered room service pancakes. She dripped syrup on her wrist and I kissed it off. For 90 seconds, everything felt salvageable. Then her phone buzzed. She flipped it face down so quickly the syrup knife clattered. I smiled, the way you do when silently collecting evidence. After breakfast, she announced she needed the spa. Girl time, you know. Pre-wedding stress. I told her to enjoy the plumeria scrub. The door closed. Silence rushed in like floodwater. 4 minutes later, I crossed to her bed. Sheets still bore the shape of her body. I hated myself for inhaling the scent lingering there. Her charger, a hair tie, the phone she'd left behind. Screen locked, but the preview banner glowed. Unknown number, can't stop thinking about last night. When are you free again? The words twisted in my skull, spelling something irreversible. I opened her suitcase, looking for nothing and everything. Beneath folded sundresses lay a second phone, a cheap burner in a pink silicone case, unlocked. Messages glared at me. Told my wife I'm golfing all day. Meet me at the North Shore Trailhead, 11 sharp. Lena spa ends at 10:30. I'll be there. BR bring the red bikini. Leave the ring. The red bikini. I had packed it myself, watched her blush while tucking it in for a private swim. My hand shook so violently the phone clattered to the dresser. I photographed every message, every photo. Shirtless selfies in the hotel gym 2 nights ago while I sat alone at the rehearsal luau, her claiming a migraine. I sat on the floor until my legs went numb. Then I became someone else. Showered. Dressed in the linen shirt she loved. Slipped on the wedding band. My stomach turned as if I could throw up into the Pacific. I left her real phone on the nightstand with a note in my neat handwriting. Spa called. Your appointment moved to 11. I'll meet you after. Love you. I took the burner and drove to the trailhead, arriving at 10:42, seeking shade beneath a banyan. Hikers passed, a newly wed couple argued over photo filters. At 11:07, a red Jeep Wrangler kicked up dust. The driver killed the engine and stepped out, early 30s, square shoulders, sunglasses reflecting my rage. Marcus, I said. He froze, then masked it with a salesman's grin. Depends who's asking. Caleb. Lena's husband. I held up the burner. She won't be needing this anymore. His tan drained. Look man, it's not. Save it. How long? He glanced at the trail, then the Jeep, then the ring on my finger that burned like uranium. For months, he muttered. She said you were done. The night I surprised her with the mortgage papers. The weekend at Big Sur. She cried at the ocean. Forgiveness. I laughed ugly. She lied to you too. Congratulations. Headlights flashed. Lena's rental sedan screeched in. She leapt out, spa slippers, messy knot, face blotched with panic. Caleb, her eyes darted between me and Marcus, calculating. I stepped forward. Separate beds, I said quietly. That was your signal, wasn't it? The beginning of the end. She reached for me. I stepped back. Don't. The words snapped like a whip. Marcus cleared his throat. I'll just. He retreated to the Jeep. Doors locked with a timid chirp. Lena's eyes filled. I felt the weight of forever gone. You're so good, Caleb. Too good. I thought if I sabotaged it early. I pulled the velvet box from my pocket. Opened it. The diamond earrings sparkled, tiny accusations. These were for tonight. I rehearsed the toast in the mirror. She sobbed once, a sound I'd never heard. I'm sorry, she whispered. I closed the box. I'm keeping the house. You can have the honeymoon. All of it. The separate beds, the red bikini, the lies. I walked away. She called my name 3 times. By the third, I was already on the shuttle, the salt wind scouring my face. At the hotel, I packed her suitcase, left it with the concierge, and checked out. Everything satisfactory? The clerk asked. The view, I said, life-changing. On the plane, I sat beside an elderly couple celebrating 50 years. The wife pressed a plumeria in my hand. Browning at the edges. For luck, she said. I dropped it in the first trash can when we landed.